Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate your thoughts, Josh, and there's a lot there, and really
Yeah.
grateful for it. So maybe one thing to wrap up here, which is like off script, but I think it might be helpful, like with wrapping things up here, is
Okay.
I'd be curious because it seems like in your thinking, you're very intentional about like finding time to like think and ponder these things.
Yes.
So I'd be curious, maybe you could share a little bit about like what is like your daily like do you have like a daily routine or like things you do to really like make sure you're intentional about having time to like think and like ponder these things? Because it seems like I'm sure you're a pretty busy guy, and all of us Americans love to talk
Yes.
about how busy we are. So maybe talk a little bit about like what you're thinking here and how you're intentional about thinking about stuff like this.
I think yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think my interest makes me sort of naturally wanting to think about these things. So sometimes when I have a hard time sleeping, I'll give myself a philosophy problem to work on, and that
Hmm.
helps me. It's like kind of therapeutic. I know that may sound weird, but I do that. And then also, I often just wake up in the morning with like morning thoughts. So
Hmm.
when I'm driving to work, I'm kind of just working on my morning thoughts. When I'm working out today, I was working out and I was again kind of thinking about this argument from arbitrary limits and kind of tracing out some new ideas and turning some ideas over in my mind. So it's funny because in a way it's almost like not intentional. I'd have to be intentional to not be thinking about these things.
Hmm.
It's more just like I'm drawn to it. I'm just
Hmm.
drawn to it. It's just so interesting, and I find it like if I'm waiting in line at a store, I'll be just kind of turning things over in my mind. It's kind of fun for me. It's
Hmm.
just what I like to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get that. It's so fun, and
Yeah.
I don't think I definitely like don't have that same like level as you do in terms of thinking about it. But even like today, like someone was like working on a math problem on the board in one
Yeah.
of my classes, and I was like, what is math? Like, I was just thinking about it. Like, I'm sure like no
Yeah.
one else, I was like, no one else in the room is probably thinking about this, but like,
I know.
what is math and how is this like working on the board? So I
I
appreciate you
know.
sharing a little bit about like your curiosity and maybe you want to
Yeah.
like explain what math is in 1 minute. So, and just like take care of that business before we wrap up
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
So,
yeah. Math is windows into the abstract, principles of reality. Well, no, I had that same experience that you had, like, in class or talk about these math equations, and it's like, "Oh, the math equations are true today and tomorrow, and they're
Mhm.
true across the United States, true across the world." It's like, "Why? What are they talking about on the board there?" Well, it's like
Yeah.
bits that are representing this other reality, this abstract reality, and that abstract reality is real.
Mhm.
It's real. You can see it right in your mind. You can represent it on paper, represent it on the chalkboard. But yeah, mathematical truths correspond with a mathematical landscape or mathematical principles. Um,
Yeah.
so that's my view.
Yeah.